What is going on, guys? It's Sarge, and in this video, this is going to be a brand new series called Prime Reviews. In this series, I'm going to be reviewing as many of the Prime and Prime weapons in the game as I can, and for any new weapons that come out in the future. So, for the first episode of Prime Reviews, this is going to be one of my favorite frames in the game, which is Loki Prime. Now, Loki Prime, in his main role, is a really good stealth character. He's really good when it comes to his invisibility, and his counterpart of the original Loki, there isn't much differences outside of maybe some increases in his power and an extra polarity slot, which is really good, so you'll be able to use less forma on him and be able to make better setups with Loki. Now, to start off with his first ability, Decoy. Decoy to me is not one of the great abilities he has. It's a really nice ability if you just want to crowd control all the enemies into one spot. They will attack him and he will shoot back, but he doesn't do anything to them. And he also has another use for a different ability, which I'll talk about in a minute, but Decoy is really good if you just want to distract the enemies and put them into a specific spot on the map. Now, on to his second ability. His second ability is kind of the reason why he's good. To me, it's the reason why he's one of the best frames in the game, in my opinion, when it comes to like leveling up weapons and stuff like that, or just trying to do defensive survivals, because his invisibility ability allows you to stay completely invisible from any enemy in the game, and you're able to do spy missions much easier. My setup for Loki, which I'll talk about later on in this video, is pretty much revolves around the invisibility ability, which is really good. You'll come to figure that this ability is going to be the main one you'll be using a majority of the time, and hopefully it never gets changed, because this ability is kind of the reason why this one's still relevant. Now, his third ability kind of corresponds with the Decoy ability. This ability allows you to switch teleport with any enemy or person, or even your own decoy, and switch places with the actual enemy or person or your actual decoy. This ability doesn't have many uses, but it can help you in one of your mastery tests. I'm not sure if you can still do it, but it did help me when I was actually going for that test, and it makes the test much easier to complete. Now, his fourth and final ability is Radial Disarm. Radial Disarm allows you to get rid of all the weapons your enemies have, and it replaces them with pretty much like batons. So you're pretty much getting rid of all of their weapons and making them only close range capable of killing you. The only downside to this ability is the fact it doesn't really affect like the Corpus and the Infested, since they don't carry guns. It's not really going to affect them that much, if at all. I don't really think they do get affected. But this ability is good if you're making a range build, so you'll be able to hit a lot of enemies and make them pretty much useless against you, and making it easier for your teammates to kill them, especially on the higher ranked missions. Now, as for my build with Loki, this build is personal to me, so it might not work in your case. This is just my playstyle, so if you want to copy it and just tweak things around and find the way it works for you, you can go on ahead with that. But for my build, I use an energy siphon so I can get my energy back much quicker. I use narrow-minded and constitution so that I'm able to get more power duration and even more power duration from constitution. I use streamline so that I'm only using up at least 35 energy for my invisibility, so I'm able to use it a lot more. I have a prime flow so that I'm able to use my invisibility a lot before I run out of energy. I have armored agility, so I'm able to sprint much quicker and go through missions really quickly and undetected, especially in exterminate missions. And I have prime continuity. That's the main one that you want on your build. Prime continuity will help you get you up to like 30 seconds, even up to 35 seconds with your invisibility, so you won't have to use the ability as much and you'll be staying invisible for quite a long time. Now, this build is not complete. There might be some changes in the future for this build, because there are some things I start to notice when I don't actually use them. So this build will improve over time, especially when I get the last mod that I need. I might do an update video to it, I'm not really sure, but for now, this is the way my build is for Loki Prime. So in summary, this Warframe is great for farming and a great one for using against high leveled enemies, since they won't attack you at all. And it's a great all around frame to use in almost any situation. So if you need a balanced Warframe to use, think Loki is the best one to use. So that'll be the video for today, guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay frosty.